Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel, and I'm here today for a 2-day BMW GS off-road training. So I've done the beginners course last year, and today I'm here to do the advanced 2-day course. And the good news is today I'm be having the opportunity to learn from one of the best, which is Miles Davies, and I've been given the go to do a bit of recording and share with you guys my experience over the next 2 days. If you guys are interested in this, stay tuned and let's have fun together. Thank you.
Amazed at some of the things they achieved, but that's good. Confidence is good. It gets exciting. Your mojo rises, but you need to know where to sometimes say, that's enough for now. We'll just opt out. So I think that's a big part of the band-aid for skills. So yeah, technique is what gets you traction. Tires and tire pressure, a little bit of a sprinkle on top. So we're here to fine-tune things to get traction. We don't need to start at the basics. Why do we stand up?
Better control.
Better control. How?
Easy to move your weight and keep the balance of the bike.
I can't really do this to the bike when I'm seated, can I?
No.
I can really put the weight over the back, over the front, manage a bit of side to side. I can use this. Does anyone know how much travel this bike has? Sometimes on the loose surfaces. And we've got obscene amounts of power, so we do want to play with that. But body position, clutch finesse, we've got a bit of a process. So definitely work on that. These little slow rides are good. Start off not too slow. Get a feel for the dynamics of the terrain. It's a wave, right? That's a wave. That's a bit of an angry wave. There's all sorts of things, and we've got to play with these surfaces. If you try to do... Weight forward as you accelerate, weight back. There is a little bit of anticipation here. You don't want to be trying to come forward.
The idea is just low, 2 hands on the clutch, one finger on the brake, 2 fingers in the clutch. Finding the right biting point.
add a little bit of speed. Look at this little BRAAP here. You can challenge yourself. Looks like a picnic area campground, but if you pick the right lines, you can challenge yourself by going slower and managing throttle and clutch. Here he comes. No blipping, no pulsing, smooth control use. As slow as you can, interesting line selection.
Trying to follow Miles as slow as he goes. Okay, maybe I'm too slow, too fast.
Good.
Thank you.
Give me a little bit of rev, get it off zero. Finger on the front brake, pick up things nice.
It's about finding the balance part of the bike. And these bikes are incredibly easy to balance because of the low center of gravity, I reckon. But I'm going on like speed of 3 kilometers an hour.
When you're going uphill,
Yeah.
I just want to hear it come off idle.
That was good.
So there's times to go slow, there's times not to go slow. That doesn't mean we can't set the challenge to do the upper cone slow, but it's a real key skill to know how to let the bike glide when it's going to help you. So when I put my hand in the air on the next demo, my right hand, that means my clutch is in. So as soon as my hand goes up, my clutch is in. As soon as my hand goes out, the clutch is out. Does that make sense? And you'll see it's not a slow ride up there. It's like surfing to come back down, slow ride on the flat. Momentum. So let me do it. You'll see that one orange run over there. You don't have to do that.
Woohoo! I did it! Not that hard. do it again.
So the gear selection, the throttle application, but it's nice to get a BRAAP. We'll talk about the BRAAP later, so we probably don't happen. But that just gives you that momentum. And then if the throttle goes off, clutch comes in. And I want to save the world. Tip on the end that can go forward, back, around, and so on. And that's also got the barrel adjuster that just raises 10 mil. So we can have a look at it. The technique is an important one. The 1300s have a different adjustment mechanism.
To learn some rear wheel skids, and interesting to see what we learn in the expert course with the rear wheel skids. Let's see where he takes us. These tricks are interesting. Oh wow, it's tight.
Okay. Did you bust a skid?
Yes.
Good.
I did it.
So we've done the slow riding on the flat. That's good. There's always room for improvement. Then we get to these little funky things. It's not too technical, is it? It's just undulating. Know when to bring your revs up. Revs up doesn't mean speed up. Revs up just means a higher level of anti-stall. So it's over this little bitumen rise into the ditch. As my front wheel goes into the ditch, I bring the revs up because the bike's about to get. So on the downhill, chill out. Clutch in, front brake manages speed. Across the flats, the revs just come off idle, go into a ditch.
So you don't have to be hanging off the back of the bike, but if you get some of that weight back, just to counter effect the braking forces. And again, just gradually move forward as you accelerate.
Vision up, looking ahead, body weight's back a little bit. Key elements. Do a skid in a straight line. As the momentum drops, think about the appropriate time to add some steering and a bit of lean with the rear brake locked. It needs to be locked all the way through. If it's locking and rolling and locking and rolling, it's not really going to do the job. So straight, if the look is missing, it probably won't work. If the lean is missing, it probably won't work. Most people have their, you know how we were looking at the menus of the bikes with all the click this, menu that, tick this, tick that? Most people have autocorrect selected in their brain because that's what sort of keeps them alive or upright. Bike gets out of control, correct it. Well, we're sending it out of control, but it's for a reason, in control, out of control, because we want to change the direction. So if somehow pointing a new direction, maybe it won't make much difference.
I'm gonna go for this cone. There we go. It's only 23 degrees, but it certainly feels very hot. We're going now for a trail ride according to Miles. So let's see what that entails.
When I was young, I had it all planned out, that something big was down the road. I really thought I'd have it all by now, and I'd be a failure if I don't.
Just learning how to train the rhino, hey?
Hey, my love, we're nowhere near the end. There'll come a day, I swear you ain't seen nothing yet. So I went down to the water and found my faith, because I don't wanna be stuck in the good old days. That's when you say, I swear you ain't seen nothing yet. This life is heavy with an overload. Like every door I see is shut. But when we're sinking to our deepest lows, we've got nowhere to go but up. That's when you say, my love, we're nowhere near the end. There'll come a day, I swear you ain't seen nothing yet. So I went down to the water and found my faith, because I don't wanna be stuck in the good old days. That's when you say, I swear you ain't seen nothing yet. Found my faith, bowed my head for the blessings that come my way. There'll come a day, I swear you ain't seen nothing yet. So I went down to the water and found my faith, because I don't wanna be stuck in the good old days. That's when you say, I swear you ain't seen nothing yet. you ain't seen nothing yet.
What are you doing, Miles?
Throttle control. I can't have my banners folding up the wrong way, so you know.
That's a good point there.
Keep it looking tidy.
thing is, and you sort of stick to that, and it's not necessarily the best thing.
All the owners.
Yeah, and that's so that was kind of the best thing. Just try it.
Rear brake, how is it for slowing you down?
Not great.
Average. When you need to slow down quickly and you use the front brake well with a good ABS system, how does that slow you down?
Much better.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And look, that works pretty good for the experienced off-road riders, but for road riders or new to motorcycles, jumping on a bike like this without modulating if required, but releasing if there's a lock, and the most force and the likelihood of a skid should be at the very end. So watching some of the people at GS Experience, watching them braking, just coming up to regroup, and you see their finger action, it's pretty much that, you know, grab, release, and it's like caveman ABS, you know, lock up, release. Even at level 1, watching some of the by the time he finishes the corner, the wheel spin should be stopped. Look at the body position. This is where most people struggle. The 3 separate positions. Slow down, mid-corner. Part of their journey. Nathan's quite static on the bike. That weight transfer is not really happening much, so it's not going to really click. Pull her in, Nate.
This is like a lake or something. It's dry as hell at the moment. Yeah. Miles saved the day.
It's going to be tomorrow's stand discussion, but I was thinking firm. And as I went up here, it all got travelling. So what do you reckon? Up to that exit? Yeah, let's go there. Really maximise the run up. Sorry. Where's sorry? Yeah, did I? You were sitting on the bike.
Oh, don't put the bike in neutral. Oh, that was funny. Legend Miles Davies here with us, and he's going to give us a quick run through of what we actually did today. So Miles, tell us, today we had the advanced session, so what did we actually cover today in the session?
Yeah, well look, we got a small group of adventure expert riders, which is otherwise known as the level 2.
Yep.
Prior to that we had a level 1 course happening for a couple of days. And the level 2s are a lot of fun because the riders already have the fundamentals. They've
Yep.
already been through the program, clutch and throttle, standing position, doing some rear brake skids, managing some different terrain. So for a lot of people at level 1, it's pretty full on. Their level is quite low.
Yep.
When you're starting a adventure expert course, you got guys that you just start.
Yep.
You don't have to start at the very beginning. You refine the basics. We refined the standing position today, body position in relation to throttle and braking, really getting some good balance, some good efficiencies. It's a great venue for this sort of training. Then we went to clutch and throttle, and everyone's already got a concept of that, but we just do it to another level.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden we're riding more tricky terrain, more control, slower speeds, less stalls, less problems. So the group did great in that. We moved on to braking, playing around with rear brake skids, seeing about the front brake, and just generally understanding the bike a bit better and throwing it around.
Yeah.
We did a session with power sliding and using the throttle to turn the bike.
Yep.
And also body position for cornering.
Yep.
And those two things combined, we'll work on again tomorrow and just take it to a new level.
Yep.
Tomorrow we're going to work on uphills and downhills
Yep.
and really steep pinches.
Yep.
Momentum. I forgot to say about the wall rides we did this
Yeah,
morning.
that
was really fun.
Yeah.
Getting the riders to ride up a wall and surf it, pulling in the clutch halfway up and surfing the bike, getting it to glide.
Yeah.
A lot of people wouldn't think you could do this on
Nah,
1250s
that's right,
and
yeah.
1300s, but once you understand what's happening, you see the demonstrations, you can start off low, incrementally build it up a little bit. It's really good fun to do this sort of stuff on the big bike, and it's a challenge, but the bikes want to do it. You just
Yeah.
got to get the rider in the right frame of mind.
That's right.
And we've achieved a lot today already, I think.
Yeah.
So day 2 is really when the magic happens, because everyone's already warmed up, everyone's a bit more relaxed, and we'll hit some gravel sand situations, hills, a bit more rear brake skid to throttle to turn the bike. Gets pretty technical.
Yep.
The whole group are at quite a tight level, so and it's a small group, so it's a lot of fun. We can give some real individual instruction and keep an eye on everyone, and everyone's pretty excited, I think, for another day of skids and wheelies. They want to learn how to wheelie.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, yeah. Especially seeing you doing one as well. Yeah, that's great. So thanks, Miles, for the run through of the session. It's been great, and I've learned a lot today, and I hope I've improved as well. And looking forward to the session tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Smoother, safer, faster.
Thank you, definitely. Just got here to the training ground, day 2 of BMW GS Off-Road Training. I'm the first one to get here today. Miles just arrived, and looking forward to day 2. I must say I am pretty sore after yesterday. But today is going to be another long and awesome day, lots to learn, so looking forward for what is been planned for us for today. and hopefully I do it reasonably well. Yesterday dropped the Rhino once, still can't work out how it happened, but no damages to the bike, all good, and did lots of awesome stuff, revels, skids, slides and so on, so that was pretty fun and looking forward to the rest of the day, so stay tuned guys. Thank you. What are you doing there, Miles?
Just a little top up to get us through the day.
How many?
Even the big girl needs to be fueled up every now and then.
Yeah. How many liters did that bag carry?
Lots.
Lots.
11 in this bag.
11, wow.
And with the full tank and the bag on one of the recce's, I think it was like a 750k range.
Oh, wow.
That was on the 1250 GSA.
Pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
How are you going, buddy?
Yeah, great, mate. Yeah.
How was yesterday?
Yesterday was fantastic.
Had a good fun, yeah?
Tough day, yeah.
Doing all the
really
slides. Yeah. What time did you get home last night?
good. Hey.
What time did you get home last night?
I don't know, 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock.
Quarter past 6?
Yeah,
Yeah, can't remember.
All set for today?
Hey.
All set for today?
Good to go, yeah,
Good to go?
Good ride up. Ready
Yeah,
to go.
yeah. Cool, thank you.
GSA, not so tall, pretty nervous about the size of his bike, and he just wouldn't do this. He'd just stop and he'd just see him, you know, people would catch him, and I said, you know, remember, you know, about this, and he goes, oh, I thought I was going to want your toes on the rear brake or on the gear lever, and this is where a bit of personalised adjustment might help. So roll the gas on, where does your body weight go? Yeah, good, and you can see the bike instantly rocks to the front, and press against that tank bag, elbows out, looking ahead, eyes up. Looks good.
Of the day with some low speed maneuvers.
Faster, for sure, and then you'll get over it. But what, you know, like I said, in those other situations where it's just constant, you've got to be able to sort of float over it.
That was alright. Not too hard at all. Good one. Excellent.
You do the glide, clutch in, throttle off, and then before you come to a stop, you take off smoothly. So it gets complex. I'll show you a few. First thing, the first message here is approach at a conservative speed, but you're not slow riding on the clutch. It's not a slow approach on the clutch. It's clutch out, low RPM, and then you add the BRAAP, maybe a 1.5 meter space is like the BRAAP zone. If you're putting on the gas harder, if you're increasing gas,
Yes, did it.
But did we learn from the BRAAP that the bikes find their best traction when their revs aren't too high? When their revs are high, rocks fly out the back. When you get it in that meaty part of the torque and you can add a bit of weight to the suspension, that's the best chance you got to lift the front without spinning too much. Harder going downhill, so let's have a look. If you want to get off your bike and look from the side, you can.
Exactly the same as going up the hill. Once the weight starts unloading off the suspension, it'll just start spinning.
Slide the one on the left. Clutch out. Low revs. Get ready.
Is it correct? Enduro Pro.
Enduro traction on, okay?
Yeah.
Just make sure it's a short grip. And
So-
work on it. Don't linger it. Don't let it go. Bro,
So when I press down, is that when I BRAAP?
it's got to be together. It's as the suspension's compressing. That's when you're actually
Okay. All right. Cool. Understood. Thanks, Miles.
keep it safe.
Yeah. Thanks, Miles. Good. Okay, let's go and do a BRAAP. So rock is here. Another one. Over here. Watch out for the sheep.
got a few jokes about the process, but this is the process. Maybe I'm burying the back a bit too much. And it's not as compliant as that. You know, so for me to do what I want to do, I probably didn't need to bury it. Let's see if I can do it. I'm not really getting any roll, am I?
No. No, it's a big mound behind your backfire.
That's what I'm trying to do. That's sort of the effect. In sand, it's much easier to do. Just big brute guy, pull in the clutch, and you can get a bit of this. Just to show you the process. 3, 2, 1. A little bit uphill. This is where we got a bit of trouble yesterday. Thanks, mate. Right. 3,
Got it.
Look up where you want to go.
You're looking at your GoPro, mister. You did so good there.
Yeah.
You just got to look over there and stay positive on the throttle.
Yeah.
I reckon next time you'll get it.
Yeah.
Look ahead and don't be chopping it off.
Yeah, I think I chopped it off.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Keep it smooth. I'll help you. After 3,
2,
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Now you get to do a rock and roll. Yeah. Go more vertical. More vertical.
Yeah.
Now you get on when you want. Straighten the steering maybe. Straighten the steering, it'll be buried a bit. Yeah, and now rock and roll. Clutch in. rock and roll. That's good.
It's good.
And then the best line out is probably straight towards that green bush.
Yeah, all right.
Whether you go left or right, it doesn't really matter. If it swings to the right, continue in that direction.
Yep.
If it swings to the left, continue in that direction. So you got a good ramp? More?
Yeah, but it
that's
doesn't.
good. That's good. And the clutch needs to be like this. 3, 2, 1, bang. You don't need full gas, you just need enough. You're a little bit uphill here, so you'll need some. You put your weight into the seat and you bounce a bit.
It doesn't want to start though.
Clutch all the way in.
Yeah.
Okay, rock it. You got to dump the clutch when it's at the back. 3, 2, go, 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 go!
Yes. Oh wow. Okay. It helps when you get the bikes for free.
You go, I need a new one.
The bike that he gave me was no good.
Well, yeah, I don't know. The people that pay for their bikes seem to get into this situation too.
Probably quicker
And more often.
and worse.
And not on purpose.
Yeah.
So play it over.
Oh wow.
And if you've got friends around, sometimes you do a bit of this. Because if you do this, you might not have to lift the bike and put the back tyre here or on the other side of the hole. You actually fill in the hole. You know? Come over, Aaron. Fill in the hole for me, mate. Do a bit of a... So we didn't have to pick up the bike. We just filled in the hole. And she's like a new one, ready to rock and roll. Literally. Okay? Perfect. So from there it's the rock and roll process. You can do an engine off to start with. If you're lazy or you just like to ideally see I'm using the clutch, no wheel spin. Some people when they go to do that it looks like this. Is that a rock and roll? No. It's causing the same problem we just fixed. So don't get that going. It's so much finesse, just like on the roots at the bottom of the tunnel. Cover that. You know when you got your ramp, pointing downhill a bit, happy days, traction off, 3, 2, 1, do it at the back. features a bit better. So thanks to Aaron for 4 days of 6 days of fun. Hard work, I mean. Hard work, we work hard. Didn't work on my birthday. And thanks to Moto Development for putting the program together, and to BMW for, you know, what they do. I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday, but GS Tour in Tassie last week, 100 customers doing test rides. Straight after that, straight into 4 days training. So, not many brands have the capability or the interest to do that sort of stuff, but it's good. Customers are into it, and we're happy to be. Good on you. Thank you. Good to see how your riding's just got better and better.
Yeah, well, you lose every time we come in, so it's really good.
Mate, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, Aaron. Thanks, mate. Catch up on the golf and run and drink this. We will.
Andrew, special round of applause. Well done. Well done. Huge effort. Ladies meeting. Great, mate. They're quite generous sizes. I think the blue one I was wearing yesterday was a large. Nathan, come on down. Thanks, mate. Thank you, big mate. The big or the big? Thanks very much. I hope the ankles what size shirt would you like, Kirby?
Al, can you hold this?
If we're out of your size, we will send it to you. Okay, we're out of that size. We've got XL. So make a note, I've got to send a few t-shirts out. Cool. So if we send it to you. Jack, who's got a new exercise named after you. It's great. I remember before I really got to know Jack, I remember him in a course here 3 years ago.
Yeah, well, just after COVID,
Yeah, and he was keen back then, and he was behind me and practicing this and practicing that. And since then, we've done a safari and ridden in Morocco, so that's pretty cool. And Tony didn't show. So that's it. I know you've got to pack up.
I think we really did really well. Can you just give us a quick summary of what we did today and how you think everyone went? How do you think I went? And you know, just give the customers a bit of a run through of what we sort of had planned for today, please.
Yeah, well, day 2 I always say is when the magic happens. Day 1, everyone gets the feeling. I mean, it's a level 2 adventure expert, so people have already got a good level. But then the goal this morning was to take the slow riding to a new level and really get some control and finesse over multiple obstacles and really get people gaining traction, not wheel spinning and not stalling, and that was great. I love doing that. Then we got into some throttle control exercises on the hills with the BRAAP.
Yep, the BRAAP.
Now called the Jack.
The Jack, yes.
Yeah. So that's great because that's a bit of a game changer.
Yeah, it is.
And that was leading into some exercises where some in the group wanted to lift the front wheel.
Yep.
And we had some nice little sticks and logs over there and some pretty good traction.
Yep.
And while everyone was fresh, that's when I wanted to do that. So that's why we did it in the morning. And that, I think quite a few people had breakthroughs there because can be a frustrating exercise.
Yep.
But there was a lot of wheels coming off the ground with a lot of control and no mishaps, which was priority number 1. So that was good. I think after morning tea, we went to the gravel pit.
That's right. Yeah.
And did a sand gravel section, and that can be hard work.
Yep.
And I think there's quite a few techniques there that will really help people when their adventures head into sand and deeper gravel and things like that. Because on the big bikes, unless you really know what to do, it's a headache.
Yes.
So I think there was quite a few people that were happy with what they achieved there. Apart from that, we threw in some little rides here and little rides there. And now everyone's sort of packing up and heading home after an awesome 2 days.
Yes.
Got to watch some speedway, got to watch some cars on the track.
Yep.
We did a few more wall rides today, a few more skids.
Yep.
Big cornering exercise at the end of the day, just to wrap it all up. So another awesome adventure expert course. I think watching you on the corners at the end, your stance on the bike looked great, and the breakdown of corner entry, mid corner and corner exit all looked smooth and fluid. So I hope it felt good.
Yeah, it did feel good.
It
Yeah,
looks
that part.
good.
Yeah, it looked good. Felt
So
good.
yeah, there's different levels in this group, and everyone got along well. We even had one lady, and Anju did a great job
Yeah, she was the cunt.
amongst all the boys. So everyone supports each other and has a good time, and they'll probably be keeping in touch or seeing people on a safari, and it's great to see the whole community grow and continue.
So Miles, if you've got advice for any new rider who's getting into some adventure riding, what would be the single most important thing that they should, keep an eye on when they are riding their big adventure bikes off-road and so on?
Look, I guess it sounds a bit, if you haven't got much experience off-road, rock up and do a training course.
Exactly.
Because you'll accelerate your learning, you'll get better quicker with less mistakes along the way. So yeah, you learn lots. You learn about your bike, the features, the electronics. So it's good for me because that's the work I do, obviously, but
Yeah.
I love seeing people's journey go in a positive way.
Yeah.
And when I hear people have mishaps before they do their training,
Yeah.
or they're here because they've already had mishaps,
Yeah.
let's just cut to the chase and
Yeah.
become a better rider
Yeah.
quicker.
Yeah. So the training options, we've got the beginners, or we call it the skills.
Adventure skills.
And then we've got the adventure expert. So if someone is looking at doing the course, what would be the best method of doing it? Doing it back to back, or giving it a year?
Yeah, I think it makes sense to do a adventure skills course and then go out and ride.
Yeah.
And get some Ks on the bike, and you'll continue that improvement. And then I'd say most people probably do 2 adventure skills
Yeah. Yeah.
before they do a adventure expert,
Yeah.
because it's you learn a certain amount on your first visit,
Yeah.
and then your level gets to here, and then you absorb a whole new level of
Yeah.
control.
Yeah.
You don't need to go to the level 2 until you're really smashing a full level 1 course
Yep.
and really ticking all the boxes. Then it makes sense to go to a level 2.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much, Miles. Really appreciate the time with you and learning. Before I forget, happy birthday once again. Miles was with us even on his birthday, and it's been great. And really appreciate the time and all the important teachings that we're taking home from you, and also being able to learn from a legend himself.
Thanks,
So
mate.
until we meet again.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy travels.
Thank you.